So it's probably the first time that you see me wear these glasses, and probably the last time. Normally I wear contacts. I'm doing laser eye surgery in a couple of days, so these are gonna be gone for good, I hope. It's great to see you back here again. If you're new here and you're looking for some Sony camera content or Sony a7 IV content, I welcome you and I hope that you subscribe for future content similar to this one. So today we're talking about 5 video features on the Sony a7 IV that you might not have heard about. So some of these features are buried deep within the Sony menus, so follow along in this video to see if you already knew about any of these features. The first one is the variable shutter capability on the Sony a7 IV. This is completely brand new on the a7 series. So this feature lets you finally adjust your shutter speed so that you're able to reduce flickering or banding that you get in your footage. And this is especially important when you're in a venue, for example, if you're shooting events or weddings, and the lighting in that hall or that reception area is just causing a lot of flickering or banding in your image. By being able to finely tune that shutter speed in your camera, you're going to be able to get rid of that banding directly in camera. So this is how you access it. Make sure you're in the video dial, then go to menu, go to shooting, go to shutter, silent, then anti-flicker set. And this is where you can set up your variable shutter. You can see that your shutter speed is now set differently. You don't have the fraction anymore. Instead, you have your shutter speed number, a dot, and another number that you can use to finely tune that shutter speed. Super useful feature to have. The second feature is the marker display directly for video. So when you're shooting a movie or a video, you can set whether to display markers, and this is going to be super useful for framing. You can display markers such as the 4x3, one of the anamorphic ones for the super wide look, and a bunch of other ones. If you're creating a video directly for that aspect ratio, it's useful to have the marker on your screen, so it'll help you in the framing when you're shooting. To access that again, go to menu, then go to shooting, and then go to marker display. From here, you can select the exact display you want, whether a 4x3, and so on and so forth. The next feature is super useful, particularly for data management and workflow management. You're able now to change the name of your files, and this applies for both photo and video, but I'll talk about specifically for video today. So instead of just having a bunch of files every time you shoot, name the C001, C010, and if you go to different shoots and you have different cards and you have video files that have the same file name. And that can be very annoying, especially if you have a lot of different clips that you have to work with. With this new feature, you're now able to tell Sony how you want to name your file. So for this, go to menu, go to shooting, go to file, file settings, and select your desired setting item. So once you're there, you can reset your file number series. You can also reset your series counter. And you can even change the file naming format. So you get the standard, you can have it to just display the title, or the date and the title, or the other way around, the title and the date. For me, I like to have it set by date and title so I know exactly when I shot this footage. And it just makes it a lot easier for me when I'm managing my workflow and cataloging all my footage. You can even change the title in the title name settings. So instead of having your footage starts with C and a number like all Sony footage, you can say start with an M and a number or whatever you like, or name it according to the project that you're working on. Super useful feature to have. The next feature is probably not as hidden. It's been talked about quite often, but if you haven't heard about it, is the focus map. This is another way the camera assists you in focusing, and this is super useful when you're focusing manually. For myself, I find it particularly useful when I'm shooting macro shots or products because I like the way the focus map displays what's out of focus in the foreground, what's out of focus in the background, and what's completely in focus. So to set this up, you go to menu, go to focus, Focus Assistant, and Focus Map. I use this feature quite a lot, so I've set this to a custom button on my Sony a7 IV. And I have another video where I talk about how I set up my camera for both photo and video shooting, so if you haven't checked that out, I highly recommend you watch that if you're just getting started with the Sony a7 IV. And you can watch that right here. So the way this works is that areas behind the in-focus region are indicated by dots in a cool color. And those in front of the in-focus region are indicated by dots in a warmer tone, in a warmer color. And anything that does not have the color dots is in focus. And the last feature I want to talk about that is quite hidden. It's been announced, but a lot of people may not know what it really is yet. It's breathing compensation. This is a brand new feature making its appearance in Sony cameras on the a7 IV. I don't have a dedicated Sony lens right now to test this for you, but what this feature does, it compensates for the change in angle of view when your camera is focusing between subjects. This is a sample from Sony, and this is what this feature does. So to access this feature, go to shooting, then go to image quality, and then go all the way down to lens compensation. Then you go to the last item, which is breathing compensation. Mine is disabled right now because I'm not using a lens that is compatible with this feature right now. But hopefully on future firmware upgrades to the a7 IV, Sony will include more lenses that are compatible with this feature. So these are all the features that I wanted to talk about in this video that are sort of hidden. Which ones did you already know, or which ones did you not know about? Let me know in the comments below. I'll love to hear about it. So that's it for today's video. If you liked it, you learned something new, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Your support will be greatly appreciated. I'll see you in the next video, which will probably be me post laser eye surgery. Super excited for that. I'll see you next time.